And the reality is it doesn't mean that men suffer less. They're just more often reporting it less.
People across the country continue to struggle with mental health and anxiety issues. According to clinical psychologist Dr. Jay Greenfeld, over half of Canadians have reported struggling with anxiety, but how many more people are flying under the radar and suffering in silence? June marks Mental Health Awareness Month for men, and Greenfeld says men are even less likely to report their struggles.
Underneath it all, men are still human, and they still experience these things, but oftentimes they are not taught, or certain behaviors are not modeled for them to have that softer side.
Greenfeld says depression for men often presents itself differently, through emotions like anger or by overworking. He says on the surface, these coping mechanisms might work temporarily, but it doesn't get to the core of people's struggles.
But the reality is if you're not feeling okay, you're not doing your task well either way.
Greenfeld says more men and boys are coming into his practice.
Part of that is because of the work that I've done on men and masculinity, so people sort of see that online. But regardless, the fact that these men and boys are seeking these services, I mean, it's excellent.
We want a Manitoba where access to mental health is looked at and honored as a universal human right.
Stephen Sutherland with the Canadian Mental Health Association says it has dozens of programs for everyone in the community.
All these community engagements that are both in person and virtual allows Manitobans direct access to the things that they're looking for.
Men put a lot of emphasis on strength, and oftentimes it's seen that seeking therapy is a sign of weakness. And in the end, it's actually the opposite.
In Winnipeg, Joanne Roberts, City News.